Does white privilege exist? You know, one thing I've realized about white privilege is when you say white privilege to a white person, a lot of times they think that means that you think they're going to have the greatest life in the world just because they're white. Like, if you tell a white person when you have white privilege, they think that that means that you expect them to be millionaires by the time they're 22, to have a golden paved road to success their entire life. I mean, because they're white. I mean, they're going to get jobs and they're going to, grow up with a silver spoon in their mouths. And that's what white privilege is. But that's not really what people mean. For all the people out there who don't understand what people mean when they talk about white privilege. Don't get me wrong. Some of these idiots who are asleep or woke or whatever, that's what they mean. They think that it means that everything in your life is easier. But believe me, white people, I realize that's not the case. Everything in your life is not easier just because you're white. But here's what they do mean. White privilege is Bill Cosby going to jail and Brock Turner still walking around. White privilege is Bill Cosby going to jail and all these priests that molest kids walking around. White privilege is Bill Cosby going to jail and Charlie Sheen's AIDS-infested butt still walking around. That's what a lot of people mean when they say white privilege. White privilege is when you commit a crime and I commit a crime in the same state and we both go to the same exact judge and you get probation and I get 5 to 10 years. That's what people mean when they say white privilege. White privilege is a group of white kids standing on the corner and a cop rolls by and doesn't even bat his eye twice at them. And me and two of my black friends walking down the street and a cop pulls over and decides to question us. That's where people think white privilege is. White privilege is when a police chief says to his deputies to shoot black people, which actually was said, which is crazy. But I've never in my life heard one say go out and shoot white people. That's why people believe in white privilege. See, what you got to realize is white privilege isn't always being considered financial, or you got two parents at home, or like I said, everything's just going to work out the way you want it. There's other things that are considered white privilege. Those are just some of the examples. So try to understand that next time you hear somebody say white privilege. And black people, stop saying every white person has white privilege, because some of them don't even have it. Some of them go through more crap than us black people go through. So stop with thinking that everybody who's white obviously has white privilege. And white folk, understand, that's what a lot of people actually mean when they say white privilege.